So it was my normal day at GCU until I met an amazing person you can see beside me, and he's a professor at an American university. What university are you a professor at?
I'm University of Hawaii, the William S. Richardson School of
Could you
Law.
please hold it?
Sure.
Okay. So I would like you to tell us how long has it been since you've been in Pakistan?
This is my 10th day, and I'm leaving tomorrow, unfortunately.
So if you're saying unfortunately, then I would like to ask your perspective about Pakistan and the people especially.
Oh, I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I mean, it's consistent with my initial exposure to five students from GCU Lahore who came and joined us in France for a summer school last year. And the people that they've introduced me to Pakistan have only enhanced my appreciation for the level of studies that are engaged in here and the activism of the judiciary on environmental issues, which I care very much about.
I would like you to tell me what do you think about Pakistani students in terms of the global student? Do you consider them to be at the same level as a global good student is? Do you consider them to be possessing the same level of enthusiasm and the same level of skills?
Absolutely, actually, maybe even exceeding some of the students
Mhm.
that I've met. That's one of the reasons that I'm here is to try to encourage students from Pakistan to look for opportunities to study, perhaps at my university and others through the East-West Center in Hawaii. There are many programs I think that would benefit from Pakistani students offering their perspectives on issues on a global scale.
So, as you told me that you are a professor of environmental law, so would you please tell me what made you choose that precisely, and what if you were given the chance to live your life again? Would you choose that?
I think so. I started really, it's from growing up in Hawaii and developing an
So
appreciation
could you
for the
please
environment.
tell me in a few sentences what's peculiar about Hawaiians?
Well, one of it is the link, the kinship that Native Hawaiians have with the environment, that cultural link to the environment. Of course, Hawaii is a very beautiful place, but the real joy of living there is learning about how Native Hawaiians have lived over centuries. And so that has been an area of immense satisfaction for me, being welcomed into that community and developing some expertise to try to assist Native Hawaiians in addressing some of their historical grievances.
So what would you tell your 17-year-old self? What advice do you have for your 17-year-old self?
I would tell my son, if I were fortunate enough to have one, that he
By the way,
should.
I would like to say that he's not married. He's a very handsome man. He's actually about 7 feet tall.
No, 6 foot, but you're too kind. No, I would tell my son that he should pursue what he's passionate about. Explore a variety of different things rather than satisfying himself with stereotypes or other people's descriptions. To really try to experience a wide variety of topics and then hone in on the one that is most meaningful. I hope it has something to do with the environment, but we'll see.
Because you're an environmental lawyer as well. So, as you've told me your opinions about Pakistani students, and that's a very good one, and I'm really amazed to listen from an American such a thing about Pakistanis. What do you think they, according to you, what do you think they are supposed to improve on? What do you think either it is a skill, their education, a part of their personality, part of their culture, whatever?
I don't know if I know enough to say. I was really encouraged because one of my colleagues visited Lahore and she really loved it. And she was working as the deputy chair of the World Commission on Environmental Law and was thoroughly impressed by the student from Pakistan. So I don't know that I have noticed any particular deficiencies. Maybe a greater openness to focusing on the nuance of situations and not blindly accepting what media might say about a particular place. For example, when I told some friends that I was going to Pakistan, they said to me, why in the world would you go to Pakistan of all places? And I said, why not? I met a lot of wonderful people and I'd like to learn more about Pakistan.
So what are you going to tell them once you go back?
That I met some fantastic people here at Lahore, at the University of Central Punjab. I even had the pleasure of visiting Islamabad, sitting in on some court hearings in Lahore and Islamabad, and also at Kosar University. They're doing some amazing conservation work that my colleagues in Hawaii, I think, will be excited to learn about and perhaps collaborate on.
So I would like to tell you a bit about the educational situation of Pakistan and ask your opinion about that. we are being divided into two fields. Either we're supposed to go and seek skills, or either we're supposed to go in universities and acquire knowledge that is only theoretical and that has no value in the real world. So being given those two paths. So what do you think should a person choose in terms of the fact that his age is going to pass anyway and he's just supposed to choose one out of the two? Should he choose skills or should he choose theoretical knowledge?
Well, as an educator myself and an academic, I'm sort of biased towards pursuing higher education, but I have many friends that have been very successful who only had vocational or skills training, and they live very meaningful lives. And so it really depends on your personal interests and your commitment. Now, one of the differences, of course, is maybe there's greater opportunity for those who seek higher education in the U.S. versus Pakistan. I don't know. I need to learn more about that in order to answer your question
Yeah, I
intelligently.
would like to answer that question because of the fact that this phenomena, the statement that's just prevailing in Pakistan that you are supposed to acquire skills and leave education in Pakistan. I would like to say that the people are supposed to know about their special situation. You're unique, and you have to know about your uniqueness, what suits you the most, and you just have to just follow any advice blindly and to know about your situation, what suits you, and what you are capable of doing, and choose the best on what you are capable of doing in that situation. So the next question that I would like to ask you is that we have been since because of the internet we
Well,
know.
before you, one quick reply on the issue of the skills. One of the things that I hope, this is good advice, but I hope people would focus on developing skills related to the transition to renewable energy. I think there's going to be a greater opportunity, particularly if the promises made at COP28 regarding loss and damage reach Pakistan, that there may be more opportunity for students who have those skills to advance here.
So I would
Sorry
like to
for the
now,
interruption.
not a problem. I would like to now ask you because of the internet we're seeing that a lot of the stuff that's happening in America and the Western world in general. So what do you think the effect of the idea multiple genders has on people, and what do you think how it can affect the developing countries, and what do you think how because of the fact that you love America greatly, I've observed, what do you think how it has affected America?
Are you saying about the treatment of women in America, or what?
No, I'm saying that the idea that there are multiple genders and
Oh,
you're
okay.
supposed to
I
be
see.
whatever you want to be, even if it's a
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah. Well, I think in terms of the science shows that we make choice. We're often a binary world, yes or no, male or female, and the science shows that there are actually there is a scale there, right? So that there are people physically that the doctors have to make a choice. Are you male? Are you female? It's not an obvious choice, and sometimes they make the wrong choice. So that's something that I think people need to understand the science a little bit more before they make judgments about that. But even to the extent that there is something beyond the physical that supports a person's self-identity, I'm fully in support of that. I have many transgender friends in Hawaii who are making important contributions and helping us advance our society. And I would not want them to be discriminated against based on their true identity.
That's a good one. So the last question that I would like to ask you is that you have been to Pakistan, as you told me that it's your first time here and you've just spent 10 days. So are you planning to come back anytime sooner?
I'm hoping. I'm hoping to come back in the summer when it's a little bit warmer and I don't have to wear a turtleneck, and be able to visit some other places, perhaps Kalash, learn about the indigenous peoples here, and see if they have the analogous wisdom to the Native Hawaiian people that I've had the privilege of working with, and the other indigenous people around the world that have for centuries cared deeply about their environment and have a different way of approaching sustainable development.
Okay, I would like to really thank you now. Your opinions and all what you said is I really feel enlightened on that, and I would really like to thank you for what you said and the time you spent with me. Thanks very much.
My pleasure. Pleasure to meet you. Good luck.